So this is another video that I'm putting up on my channel. I won't talk too much, but this car here, 1970 Mustang Grande, getting ready to take it out for the first time. It's been off the road for a long time. Got it from one of my buddies who ended up saving it from a home that he was hired to remodel. I've had it for a while myself, but I never got to mess with it. You can see the license plate say 1997. When I first got the car, my buddy pretty much had to get it from that house, and he was going to keep it, but he got discouraged because he didn't have the key. Then he went out and I put a lock and key cylinder for it. Still didn't want to turn or do anything. And I told him we're going to have to look at it a little bit more. He was like, you know what, I'll just sell it to you. Just really quick. I'm already one minute into the video. But I got it. I put it back here along with some of these other classic cars that I have here. And then I had a chance once to stop raining and stuff like that. A couple months. It's been like 6 months since I've had it. I found out that the neutral safety switch was messed up. So I swapped out the neutral safety switch. I put in a new fuel pump. Box got wet, but it's got a new fuel pump, a new fuel sending unit, new spark plugs, new cable, new spark plug cables, new points, new cap, new rotor. Don't have the battery on, and got that fuel pump. Put a fuel filter, and I pretty much cleaned out the gas tank. So it's all pretty much stock. They haven't done anything trying to modify anything or anything like that. It's pretty much just changed out the usual. You know, the spark plugs were no good. I'm sorry, the spark plugs, well, they still work, but the cables were all messed up. Cap was kind of janky. The the rotor and the points, all that stuff after it's been sitting for a while, especially since you see that it hadn't been on the road since 1997. As you can see, it's got like surface rust and stuff like that, but for the most part it came. It's got power disc brakes. It's got all its components still here, so I don't see any rust. I see this hit here, but it didn't ruin like the door or anything. It's got a little something here, like you can see that bubbled up a little bit there and there, but the quarter panels are nice and straight. Vinyl top. It goes grande interior, everything that it's supposed to have. I got some tools back here from when I was tinkering with it. I ended up doing a couple of things because I got classic cars, so I swapped this out, but I'll probably swap it back. And this video is because I'm probably going to put it up for sale, because I have to make an expense. I have to try to recuperate some of my money, but I didn't get this car for too cheap because my buddy didn't want to sell it unless I paid him what he wanted. And so ended up, having to pay for it, and then, did a bunch of stuff to pretty much get it back to my house and do a bunch of work for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it fired up. I disconnected the battery just because I always do that with my classic cars, but it hasn't even been a couple hours since I put the new fuel sending unit, and then I put the gas tank back on after I cleaned it up. So let's walk over here. We're 4 minutes into the video. Dielectric grease from the spark plugs. Let me see. Let me make sure I got everything good. So I don't even know if the brakes or anything work, but I did fire it up, and let's hear what it does. So I believe this is the key. There you go. And see, it didn't even take that long to start up. Give it some gas. Okay, died out. Maybe this time it'll stay on. Perfect. Stayed on. So obviously it's gotta warm up. Let's see. There it goes. Carburetor. Probably gotta spray some carburetor cleaner, but as you can see, the oil pressure is working. The gas gauge is working. So just really quick, I ended up buying a wiring harness for the it's called the ignition switch ignition switch wiring harness that goes inside of the column. I had to take this off and replace it, and that wasn't cheap. I also replaced the neutral safety switch on it, and it pretty much, and they were both good, but what happened is that it was sitting for so long that that it just got corrosion. It corroded a little bit, and so I'm believing that some buildup got in there. It wasn't making good contact. But as you can see, it's a really good looking car, and it's running. It runs. Let me see the lights. Let's go check if to see if the lights work. Yep, back lights are on. It's a little shaky. Probably got to get a rebuilt carburetor. Not a rebuilt carburetor. It's got the stock carburetor with the tag on it. Don't see those lights coming on. Let me check and see. Like I said, it's because it's. Let's see. Yeah, they're on. It should be on, but they're not coming on. Oh, the bottom ones are on. So we'll see. But here it is. 6 minutes into the video. This is a good car if you're looking for a solid Mustang that is complete. Now I don't got the trunk key yet, but I'm gonna get it open. Probably have to drill that out and put in a new trunk cylinder. But look how nice this car is. Come on, like if you're looking for a good car, this is the only cars you're gonna find these in California. And this is a nice car. Look at it. I don't even really want to sell it, but expenses come up, and you got to do what you got to do. Disc brakes, pony interior. Check out the headliner. Check out the back seat. That's a baking soda that I put in the back. It doesn't have any leaks or anything like that. It does have a little dent right here, which is nothing. You pop that out, but under here it's not rotted out or thin. It's actually in good shape. All right, so I'm gonna go try it out. I just wanted to shoot this video. I'm gonna put it on my channel. Go ahead and check out some of the other cars. I got a ton of classic cars. You can see my Torino over there. I'm getting ready to make a video about these cars right here. These cars have not been on the road for a long time. I just barely started to kind of tinker with them because I was working on my mechanical skills. This car is going to be out in a while. Got my 69 Camaro. That's a rust bucket, but it's running. Did a bunch of work to it already. Well, not a bunch. It's a stock 6-cylinder, but ended up having to get the carburetor rebuilt. So that's rebuilt. And all I have to do is install my electric choke and put a battery on it. And it's going to be ready to go. Had a vinyl top. I pulled it off. This has to get replaced, but can't, 69. I can't find one for cheap, so I had to kind of snag that up. And anybody who knows me knows that I got a property back there with another 50 cars. So I'm trying to stay busy and active. Let me turn this off, see if it. Yep. Alrighty, well, thanks for watching.